Okay, so you want to start playing Arrows 2. Wait, nope, that's not what it's called. It's called Skies 2 Aero. Skies 2 Aero. Okay, so you want to play Skies 2 Aero, but you don't know which world you should pick, and you also don't know how the create airships work. Don't worry, I also don't know how the create airships work, but I do know how all these work. So the front two have two different types of ships, while the bottom two have no ships. These are lame, and we will not talk about them. We will talk about them, but first we're going to talk about the cool ones. So we're going to talk about the basic boy, then we're going to do his edgier brother, and then we have the two that will be like whatever. So let's start at the very first guy. We're going to go to the first guy, then we're going to go to the second boy at this timestamp, third dude at this timestamp, and fourth one at this timestamp. Let's jump on into it. Okay, so this is your basic ship. It's pretty big, except it's not really big. You know, you got a little bit of room. This is your ship. You have the engine in the back, you have the burner in the front, and this is where you control it. And then the very last thing is this Aero scoop. This is where you get your basic supplies. The first thing you should do is cough and then put your mechanical colossally slip thing right there, and it will scoop up your basic materials like dirt essence, and it's going to put it into this barrel here. Every ship has one of these. This is what you're going to want to start with. The next thing I would do is you take this bonsai plant pot words, you take the axe out, you break the pot like that, you put that on top, and you put that back in, and now you have an automated fuel for your portable engine. If you care about having the wood and stuff, otherwise you don't have to do that, but just having the automated stuff is pretty nice. The next thing that you're going to want to make sure to do is crank this bad boy style up all the way. This will immediately start sinking if you turn this lever on, so I would turn this up. The other thing to remember, this is your burner. This is how the thing floats. This is set by default really low. You might want to crank it up. I wouldn't crank it up that much, but I would crank it up a little bit. And this has settings, so you don't have to crank it all. You can have it up and then just control it through this or whatever, but by default it is very low powered, so I would set it up just a little bit higher. Now this is the make realinator. Once you crank this thing up, everything becomes an actual airship. Boom, it's locked into place. Some things may start flying out of here, don't worry about it. But now, as you can see, we are slowly, oh, actually we're maintaining height. That's crazy. So now, oh, actually we're going a little bit higher than I wanted to. Oh no. All right. So now that we have fuel, we have everything going, we can crank it on. And now as we watch, we slowly go forward and we look on the map and we slowly move forward. So if you don't want to slowly move forward, but you would like to slowly turn, you crank this boy, hold right click, you can slowly start turning. As you can see, it's not really working. Oh, there we go. Okay, making a little bit of difference. So the reason why is that this rudder is tiny. This thing is also tiny, so we do not go fast and we also do not turn fast. The very first thing you want to do once you earn some coin is you want to buy yourself some of these windmill cells. You can go to the echo shop at spawn. 5 coins gets you 8 windmill cells. You want to upgrade this rudder by just upgrading that way. Windmill, you can make it bigger just following the same type of pattern. You will go faster, you will turn faster. These are the first things I would invest in upgrading. If you want to look at your speed, this is your visualizer, so you can see just how fast you're going forward, just how fast you're going up. So you can crank this guy lower and you will plummet like a rock. You can crank this guy up, you can make this guy go even stronger, and he'll go all the way to the top. All right, now it's time to go look at the void ship. Wahoo! Alrighty, this is your void ship. I like this one a lot more. It is a lot more thematically cool. So one thing you're gonna notice is that it is way bigger. You got a lot more space to work on. You can actually use this as a little bit of a mobile base, unlike the other one. You also got a breakdown here, so you can store a lot of stuff. You can put your storage and everything what you want. This thing is a lot faster because it does actually use 2 engines instead of 1. The trade-off, though, is that it's using a barrel, and we can't put the hopper on it yet, so we will have to manually load it for now. But as soon as you get enough to build a hopper, you can just put your hopper on top, and then you would be good to go. Just keep an eye on it. The other thing is that up here is your Aero scoop, so you're going to want to put your cloth mesh there, and then the barrel is right here. So same type of thing, just put that there, you're good to go. Fuel goes there. I think we're ready to take off. So this thing is very interesting in the fact that it has a slider and it doesn't matter. You only start moving once you have it set to 0. And now we should start moving forward. We can also, nope, we can't do that because I forgot a button. It was this thing. We can't start moving until we pull the lever, crunk. Now it's a real machine. Look at us, we're floating. So this is what's unique about it, is that we can only travel on the void. All the cool generation stuff happens up there. We don't get anything cool down here. So you may immediately think, oh, that's a little bit lame. I would like to explore the skies in a pack called the Skies 2. Well, the cool thing is you could just boop, hop on down, boop, and you get an endless void and you get warped up top. So actually, I think this guy's a little bit better because he is faster, he turns better, and has a lot better space, and you don't really have to worry about that, except you have to worry about your knees breaking, so make sure to bring food. He will stop running when you don't have fuel, so we have to fix that boy up. There we go, I got worried for a second there. So we are making forward. The thing to remember for this guy is that as soon as you start turning, he just turns one at a time. He cannot go forward and turn. He can only go forward or he can turn. But he turns pretty well. I don't think we have anything else to really talk about. The other thing that you will eventually get, do I have cheats on? No, I do not. The thing that you will eventually get is this void fishing rod that you can get a normal fishing rod, throw it into the void, and you'll get a void fishing rod, which will let you fish into this void, which I would suggest if you're going this route for obvious reasons. There's no water nearby. Alrighty, I think that's all I need to talk about for this guy, so let's go on to the next one. It is the next one. This is your basic Skyblock island type-esque thing. The key thing to note is that you are going to have to make any of the flying machines that you want, but you can still travel very, very slowly by just jumping into the void, teleporting back. You get a little bit of hover, and you can just travel that way. We've already gone that far away from our island in just one jump. So if you really have somewhere you need to get to, feel free to use this as a piece of travel. So let's see if I can land it. Ooh, I went too far. Alrighty, you will take damage. I forgot I have not eaten. Thank you. I beg. So the key thing you need to do here is that you have your aeroscope down here. This thing, I don't know how it works, so I might need to figure it out first. Woo, alrighty. So now that it's actually running, you crank that bad boy on, it will just keep going and producing you items. Is this how it's supposed to work? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I haven't actually done this one yet. So this thing will spin, and then once it does its full loop, it will connect to this guy, and it will deposit all the stuff you need into here. Let's watch this thing in action. I really didn't think it was going to be this slow. I was really hoping it would be a little bit faster. Hi. Hi, Allie. Okay, bye. I wouldn't want to be here either. Okay, as it comes up, you see how it always wants to connect. It is now merging. The machines are kissing, and we are getting items. We got the stickiest of all sticks. Cool. Get negatives of speed. That's really sticky. So with that, we can produce basic boy stuff, and that will help us start our base. But once again, this is for the people who just want to do a skyblock, don't really care about the islands, which I think is crazy, but that's up to you. All right, next to the last guy. And now for the last one. All we have is this one block, the compact machine, and we have this little guy. This is our personal shrinking device. What you can do with it is you can right click it and then get suffocated a little bit, and now you are inside the personal shrinking device, the compact machine. So you get the tree, and very similar to the last one, you get this little machine, which you break right here. You now have water. It will start producing. As it spins right and around, you can grab this guy, and you can put it on this thing. And now it has the filter, and it will start collecting. Let's see if it actually does it this time. No, it does not. One more time. One more time. One more. Okay, I'm a little bit worried now. Did I put it on there? Hey, we have now produced items. So this is your way to gather those basic materials like the string, the dirt, the essence, all the good stuff. Now, when you want to leave, you can just right click, but, I don't want to use up my inventory space, and it says a slot. So you can put it here, and now when you right click, you will get a visualization of your world, which you still teleport into. But now you're like, oh, I don't know how to take it out. I have to do this. I got to do that. I got to use it again. What you're going to want to do is go into your controls, your keybinds, and go category. You want to type in compact machines. Your quick exit compact machine is not bound by default. Put it to a button that you can press. And now when I press that button, I get to leave just like that. Ooh, pretty. So I would probably suggest doing it that way if you really want to give yourself the challenge. Or you could say, I never want to leave this box in the rest of my life, and I'm going to do the whole mod pack in this mod pack. Which I would say again, why are you playing Skies 2 if you don't want to interact with the skies? Before we leave, when you have done /spawn, you can go this way. And when you go this way, you're going to see this little thing. It's called a race stone. Don't step on that. That's a trap. We're going to go around it. We click on this guy. We click on the FTB Skies Express. It teleports us over here. I just missed it. Oh no, we're going to have to wait for that carbuncle to go all the way across. Guess what? You don't need to participate in that nonsense. You can just fall. And if you fall for long enough, you will teleport back up. Is this a really slow way to access the shop in this? Is it slower than just using the book? Oh yeah, but don't worry, we're here. Now, these are the shopkeepers for this mod pack. What you're going to want to do is go to this boy, and this is where we can go and buy those cells that I was talking about. I don't have any money, but just to show you that you can just go here and buy those cells right away. And you can eventually get all the good stuff. I don't know. I have not actually played this mod pack because I got no friends to play it with. Goodbye.